Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. I myself am doing pretty good. It's a beautiful day out where I am. I'm enjoying the spring-like weather in the wintertime, and hey, I'll take it the rest of the winter if it gets to be like this. And speaking of interesting news that I was made aware of today by Ringside News, the link will be in the comments section down below, pertains to one hardcore country, Mickie James, and the possibility that she might be returning to WWE. And when it comes to Mickie James, we all know that her last WWE run was ended in controversy. Well, speaking on Gabby AF, Mickie James talked about competing in the 2022 Royal Rumble, the Women's Royal Rumble, and that she stated that she would only return to WWE if she was winning the Rumble. She says, "I'm not coming back at this Rumble unless I'm winning because hardcore country at WrestleMania, it prints itself. Because the winner gets a title shot at WrestleMania, if you win the Royal Rumble, you automatically get a title shot." Now, keep in mind, it's a different WWE now than it was when she was released. But I can't help but really ask the question, what is there for her to gain by going back to a company that let her go twice? And let's be honest, the two releases where she went through that was complete BS. The first one, they had told her that they were going in a different direction of the women's division and they released her. And the other one, they released her and sent her stuff to her in a trash bag. They humiliated Mickie James with the two releases. And both times, me and others, we felt really, really sorry for her because if anyone in the company in WWE's past and even the current wrestling companies that is a household name, that being Mickie James, that should automatically have a great ending to her career, it is Mickie James. WWE, they humiliated her when they did what they did. And I know people are going to say, well, it's business and it's budget cuts. Budget cuts and humiliating somebody is very different. And the facts are that Mickie James, while wrestling in Impact Wrestling, she looks happier. I've said before, and I'll say it again, not many people have to return to WWE and can find happiness elsewhere to finish their careers. Mickie James also has had many more superior moments in Impact Wrestling. Let's be honest. She's worked with so many of the knockouts in the past and even the present. Madison Rayne, Velvet Sky, Angelina Love. God knows the list goes on and on. Gail Kim, many others. And I think that Impact Wrestling and TNA, they had a more superior division because they know what to do with a lot of the women's wrestlers than WWE does. Let's be honest. And when Mickie went over and got to be the hardcore country persona, it flows better than her going out to the ring at a WWE event and fans are just quiet. Her run in the company, her second run is an example of that. They didn't know what the hell to do with her in WWE. She came back as a heel, aligned herself with Alexa Bliss, broke away from Alexa Bliss, became a babyface before getting put back with Alexa Bliss like nothing had happened. And it made absolutely no sense from a creative standpoint. She was losing matches constantly. She got injured. They didn't know what to do with her. And then they let her go and send her stuff to her in a garbage bag. Like, why would anybody want to forget that? And I know someone out there is going to say, you know what? Everybody forgives, everybody moves on. From a business standpoint, it depends on how you look at it. WWE is very different now. We saw the return of CM Punk, even though I still think that the criticism is perfectly accurate, where people have called him a sellout. I think if Mickie James went back, I kind of would have to say that she would be definitely selling out, but she has a right to work where she wants to work, and that's fine. But also she needs to remember that WWE, if they let her go twice before, they'll do it a third time. There comes a point where it's business or it's personal moral code. If anything, Mickie James should finish her career in Impact Wrestling or maybe go over to AEW. What could she do with AEW and the women there that wrestle every single week? She could really be a major, major help for a lot of these younger women. That's a possibility. Tony Khan would definitely sign her, no questions asked. Maybe she goes over to Japan. I just think there's really a very confusing logic with her going back to WWE after the way they treated her. I just don't see how it's a win-win situation. I frankly think that it would open up more harm than good. Despite she still can wrestle in the ring, Mickie James has really good ability. She's in great shape, devoted to wrestling, but would WWE push her the way that she's asking to make up for the 2 previous runs that ended in controversy? You got to ask yourself that. And would they be able to use the hardcore country persona on a full-time basis if she did go back? Yes, she did use that in the Women's Royal Rumble match, but that was only one night. And she was employed in Impact Wrestling. Could it be done? I don't know. I mean, she could work with some of the younger talents, but would they push her? I mean, it makes you wonder why they push her now than previously they didn't really push her. I mean, yeah, people remember that when she beat Trish Stratus at WrestleMania for the Women's Championship, but that was a long, long time ago. That was back when Mickie was younger and she was really gaining momentum as this crazy, psychotic Trish Stratus fan. But then years later, it's like it's a whole different Mickie James. So I don't know. I just don't know how to look at it. We have to remember it's a different WWE. But would history repeat itself with one of the greatest women's wrestlers of this generation getting treated like crap again? I don't know. I mean, I really do believe that it's a losing situation. I don't think that Mickie should even play with WWE anymore. I think they humiliated her. I get it that her husband's working in WWE now, but it just remains a question of whether or not that this is a good idea. So who knows? Just because WWE is a big company, it doesn't mean that it's the best place to be. They might pay enough, but how many people have left the company and never returned and found happiness and finished their careers? Did the Gail Kim years ago. Gail Kim, one of the greatest women's wrestlers of all time, went back to the company and they didn't even do much with her. And she protested and left that company and never went back. She finished her career elsewhere and proved that she didn't need WWE at all. And a lot of these wrestling fans out there, their false logic is that WWE is the only place where a talent can come back and finish their careers. They don't get it that Impact Wrestling and AEW are out there and people can finish their careers there. So sometimes the bigger company isn't always the better company, is what I'm saying. So what do you guys think, Mickie James, on a possible WWE return? Tell me what you think in the comments section. Hit the subscribe button if you're brand new to the channel. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Take care.